Hey everybody, Debbie OMAD here. So my name is Debbie. For those of you that don't know me, I've been on this journey since February 2019, end of January, early February of this year. I started at a weight of 210 pounds. I'm 5'2", guys, so I'm short. But I started at 210, and as of today, which is weigh-in Monday, I'm down to 154. I had gotten down to 151, but then Thanksgiving happened, and yeah, I kind of overindulged. So I'm getting back down. I lost 3 pounds this week, so I'm happy with that because I did get back on track. So how did I do that? I did that through what's called OMAD. Now, the first couple months I was doing just intermittent fasting, which means like I would go 16 hours without eating, and then I would just eat during that 8-hour window. And once I got adjusted to that, which took me a week or so, I bumped it up to 18 hours of not eating and then to 20 hours of not eating. And when I was doing 20 hours with the 4-hour eating window, I found myself only eating 1 meal a day because, you know, that's just how I was doing it. So I decided to go ahead and bump it to OMAD. OMAD means 1 meal a day, right? So now I go 23 to 26 hours without eating, and then I'll have 1 meal. When I say 1 meal, I mean 1 plate full of food. That's it. And sometimes it's full, sometimes it's not. I do try and watch my calories. I do try to eat healthier foods. I'm not always successful with that. And don't get me wrong, I've had fast food. I've had carbs and sugar, but I've cut way back on all of that. I can tell in my own personal experience, my body doesn't handle carbs well. It makes me gain. It really does mess with the scale. So I try to cut back on carbs. I don't do keto, but I know there's a lot of folks that do, and it's working for them, and more power to you. But for me, I can't cut out carbs completely because I love carbs. I love potatoes. I love pasta. So I don't cut out carbs completely, but I do minimize them. For example, this week, I tried to cut way back on the carbs, and I lost 4 pounds. So, yay. Today is weigh-in Monday. We do this every Monday. If you can go back, you can see I do a video every Monday telling you what happened this week. And so this last week was Thanksgiving, and that, yeah, I blew it. I overindulged on Thanksgiving. I had a great time, though, and shared Thanksgiving with friends and family, and ate too many carbs and just too much food in general. But I got right back on the horse, and now I'm back to OMAD. I've been back to OMAD all this week. And in so doing, I've managed to lose 4 pounds. Now, I could have and should have probably gotten all the way back down to where I was before Thanksgiving, which was 151 pounds. But, you know, we had all these leftovers, and I don't want them going to waste. Obviously, so I did have carbs this week, but not many. I mean, I tried to keep it very minimal. Like if I'd have potatoes, I wouldn't have stuffing. If I had stuffing, I wouldn't have potatoes. That kind of thing. But I had meat and a veggie with each day with my meal. So 1 meal a day is 1 meal a day. That means no snacking. That means no grazing. That means no food in your mouth other than during your 1-hour eating window, or 1 meal. I should say 1 meal, because it doesn't take, very few people take an hour to eat, right? I do keep my calories low during the week, and then I up them on the weekend, just because I don't want to kill my metabolism. Now, I don't know if it really does, but I've heard it so many times that it concerns me. So I try to keep my calories low during the week, and then, you know, normal on weekends, but it's still just 1 meal. One of our members, Joni, I had asked for you guys to start sharing the videos, and you know, other people that are struggling with weight or that want to try something that's healthy, not just for weight loss, but for getting your body healthy, to send them my videos. And she said such a great point. She said that I need to tell people where I started from and where I'm at in each video, and explain a little bit what OMAD is in each video, so that they don't have to go back and start at the beginning, right? So that's why I'm doing that, and I'll be doing that in every video. And it's a valid point, and I appreciated Joni's suggestion because she's right on the money. So again, I started in February of this year, and it is now December 2019, and I've lost almost 60 pounds. I was closer to 60 pounds before Thanksgiving, but I overindulged on Thanksgiving, so I went up a little bit. So this week's weigh-in video is to tell you that I'm at 154. So I still have to get rid of those 4 pounds, which I will, and I'm very confident that they'll come off this week, because I have been being pretty strict with OMAD. And when I say strict with OMAD, I mean keeping the carbs pretty low throughout the course of the day. So if you're struggling with food addiction, let me tell you, I was the biggest, oh my gosh, food addict. I would eat for any reason and every reason, whether it was sadness, happiness, anger, didn't matter what the emotion, I turned to food. I was also a Pepsi addict. I was drinking 1 to 2 liters of Pepsi a day, every day, for years. I don't drink Pepsi anymore. I have had Pepsi throughout the course of this journey. I'll have a glass when we go out or whatever like that, but I don't have it at home. And mainly now I drink water and Bang. And I do also use snake juice, which we talked about a few videos back, which is basically water with Himalayan salt, magnesium, potassium mixed in there, and baking soda. And then I will also do apple cider vinegar. I'll do 2 tablespoons of that a day because it's just good for your insides. It cleans stuff up. It helps things work better. So I highly suggest that to everybody. If you're not doing any type of electrolyte drink or water, then at least do apple cider vinegar. It's 2 tablespoons a day, and it's strong, guys. It is. So put it in your coffee or put it in your water and drink it that way. But so I do that every day. I don't take any other supplements or anything like that. And like I said, I eat once per day, and I'll have a decent meal. Like in fact, today's meal this afternoon will be probably ribeye steak. I buy ribeye steaks and then I cut them. I slice them so that they're thin because I don't want that many calories. So out of 1 steak, I'll get 2 to 3, sometimes even 4, depending on how thick they are, meals. So I'll just take 1 little sliver and cook that up, and broccoli and cauliflower or green beans or peas, whichever veggie I'm in the mood for. I will also do a scoop or 2 of crunchy peanut butter because I just love peanut butter. And if I have Halo ice cream, I'll have a little bit of that, which is, it's called Halo ice cream, and it's got no carbs in it. It's awesome. It's very low carb. And that's it, and that's my meal. And then sometimes I'll do ground up hamburger, browned hamburger like you would make for tacos, and I'll put in taco seasoning and lettuce and cheese and sour cream and black olives and mix that all together, and that'll be my meal. And that satiates me, and I'm great. Now, your body gets used to fasting, okay? So when you're first starting out with the whole intermittent fasting, you're going to find that you get really, really, really hungry, because especially at the times that you're used to eating, that your body is accustomed to getting food, you'll get really hungry. And you just got to ride that out because it'll pass. It will go away. But as your body adjusts to fasting, that it's not as bad. It does take a couple weeks to get into the swing of it, but once you do, like right now, I mean, I still get hunger pains, don't get me wrong, but I'll drink more snake juice, or I'll drink some more water, or I'll drink a Bang. I love Bang energy drinks. I will drink those because there's 0 calories, 0 carbs, no sugar, which is important to me. So I will drink those to get my caffeine, because I've never been a coffee person. I just don't like coffee. So I'll drink Bangs, and I used to drink caffeine water, which, I still do sometimes. But I stay away from sugary drinks. I stay away definitely, if you drink coffee, don't put cream in your coffee, because that's destroying the whole purpose. But your body does adjust, and you can break your addictions to sugar and your addictions, your food addictions by doing this. So it's a really healthy way of living. And I get asked often if, because I'm like 20 to 25 pounds away from my goal weight. And I get asked often if I'm going to continue doing OMAD once I hit my goal weight. And the reality is yes. Yeah, I probably will. Will I do it 7 days a week like I do now? Maybe not. Maybe I'll only do 5 days a week. But I'll see what my body can tolerate, right? Because if I'm never going to go back to eating 3 meals a day. That's just too much food. There's no need for it. So I'm never going to do that. And if, believe me, a year ago, if somebody would have told me that I would never eat 3 meals a day again as long as I lived, I would have laughed hysterically because I love food. But I can't see myself ever eating 3 meals a day again. I really can't. Even once I hit my goal weight, I can see myself maybe eating more calories in my 1 meal a day, or maybe not being as strict about the timing of when I eat. But I'll always have OMAD, always. That'll just be a part of who I am. And what's really cool about OMAD is once you've done it for a little while, you know you can. So if you do fall off the wagon, or you splurge, or you're going on vacation, or whatever the case may be, and you totally blow it, you know you've got OMAD in your back pocket where you know you can fast for 24 hours and drop that weight. So it's a powerful tool to have in our arsenals of health. It really is. The other thing I do want to mention, and I'm sure that if you're watching this video that you've done your own homework, but I just want to make sure that people are aware, when you fast, another benefit of fasting is it eliminates inflammation in the body, and that is huge because inflammation is what causes most of our diseases. So by fasting, we eliminate that inflammation. So we also eliminate the possibility of a lot of diseases that when you're eating constantly and you're bloated and you're all inflamed, and disease runs rampant. So this is just another bonus, if you will, of fasting, eliminating inflammation and making you feel good. It gives you so much more energy. I'll tell you why I have more energy now than I ever did when I was much heavier. I was talking to my best friend Debbie a little bit ago, and she was asking me, what's different? You know, I've lost almost 60 pounds. I should feel some differences, right? And so she was asking me, and I told her it's the simple things that I really notice. Like, for example, putting on my shoes. I bend down to put my shoe on and tie it, and I'm not winded. I'm not out of breath. It's not like a chore. I'm not groaning as I'm doing it. The other thing, for years and years and years, I could never sit like a lady with my legs crossed, you know, one over the other. It was just entirely too uncomfortable. Well, one day I was sitting here chatting with my daughter, and we were just talking, not paying any attention, and I looked down and I went, oh my gosh. I was sitting with my legs crossed and I didn't even know it. And that was the first time that I had been able to do that comfortably in probably a decade. At least a decade, if not more. So, I mean, it's the little things, but they're huge, right? Because all these little things add up. And it really makes a big difference. It really does, just in quality of day-to-day life. You know, I don't groan when I go to stand up. This is going to sound ridiculous, but it's true. I used to think that I was thinner than I was because I would like try to squeeze through an area and some part of my body would end up knocking something off a table, whether it was my butt or my gut or whatever, my hips. And I would always get so frustrated with that. Like, I'm not that big. Well, evidently I was that big because now I can squeeze through areas and not knock stuff over. So, like I said, it's a bunch of little things that add up to big things. And it does make a difference in your life. Now, I started OMAD because my blood pressure was in the stroke zone, and my doctor told me to get it together or I'd be checking out pretty soon. So that's when I started intermittent fasting. And I'll tell you what, I'll never go back. It's been a life changer for me. I had tried so many diets over the years, you guys. I had tried, you name it, I did it. And I failed miserably every time. It's like I would stick to it for a couple weeks, and then I would just, I can't do this. This is the first thing in because I'm 57. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but I'm 57 years old. This is the first thing that I've ever tried to do as far as to lose weight and get healthy that I've been able to stick with for this long. And it's been almost a year. I mean, it's been 9 months. So that's incredible for me. And, you know, I've heard people say this, and I always say, oh, you don't understand. But the truth of the matter is, if I can do this, anybody can do this. I was a junk food junkie. I mean, I lived on garbage. I did. And Pepsi-holic, literally 2 liters of Pepsi a day, every day. I don't do any of that anymore. And it wasn't that painful, you guys. Once you get into the swing of doing intermittent fasting, you'll find that it isn't near as hard as you think it is going to be. So, I'll stop rambling. Share this video with others that you think need it. Join us on Facebook. Again, it's Debbie OMAD at Facebook. And remember, we will do this together because we are in this together. This is our journey. It's not just mine, it's ours. So post below, where are you at? What are you doing? And it isn't just for people doing OMAD. This video and my journey is to share with people how you can literally change your life with little steps. And, you know, I started with intermittent fasting and I moved up to OMAD, and it took time to do that. So nobody's telling you to change your life tomorrow. Little steps, okay? And that's what this group is about. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group, male, female, young, old, doesn't matter, okay? If you're doing any other kind of diet, keto, whatever you're doing, you're having the surgery, you're doing Atkins, you're doing Weight Watchers, you're doing whatever, join us, because there are so many supportive people on my Facebook group that are there to help you. When things start getting tough, and when you have questions, when you just need somebody to tell you you can do this, they're there waiting for you. So join us on Facebook. Again, it's Debbie OMAD. And post below, what are you doing? Where are you at? Did you splurge on Thanksgiving? Have you gotten back down or on your way back down? Share below, comment below, and I will see you all again next week. Love you. Remember, we are in this together. We will do this together. Bye.